Exercise is supposed to give you energy. So why are you tired in the hours after your morning workout? In this episode, I will answer that question for you guys. So tune in and take notes.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
What's up, guys? It's Coach G here from CrossFit Edwardsville, and something that is supposed to happen, the absolute expected outcome of your workouts is you should have more energy. You should feel energized after them. Now, that said, like in the immediate aftermath of your workout, it's normal that you feel kind of tired, kind of fatigued because you just really pushed yourself. Maybe you left it all out there with the workout. You emptied the tank in the final round. You might be tired in that immediate moment, but generally speaking, once that moment passes, you should be feeling great, feeling fantastic energy for the rest of the day. And if that's not your story, maybe the reasons I'm about to reveal are the reasons why you're struggling with that in the hours post-workout. Maybe in the day post-workout, your energy is not as high. These are the reasons that will explain that for you. So let's get into it first. The first up is not fueling properly. And what I mean by that is it's probably less about how you're not eating pre-workout, but not eating well or eating at all post-workout. If you skip breakfast, including if it's after your training, sometimes that post-workout fasting can backfire on you, where that low blood sugar can lead to those feelings of fatigue. Having at least something to refuel, to give your body the up in protein, carbohydrate that you need in that immediate aftermath of your workout, where your body is most craving nutrients, that's probably a really good opportunity for you to put some fuel into your body to help your body to replenish what it used during the workout, and then also give you fuel for the next several hours. So if you're not having breakfast before your morning workout, consider having breakfast after your morning workout. Second key point here is dehydration. Even slight dehydration can lead to low energy feelings, brain fog, muscle fatigue. All of that is something that you need to know, because if you're not making a point of having water, get out of bed in the morning, drink water during your workout, drink water to replenish what you've sweat out after your workout. That loss of water, electrolytes, maybe adding a pinch of salt to your water can really help you to regenerate, refuel, rehydrate the body in a way that you need after your workout. So if you're not already making a point of getting your water in, this is your healthy daily reminder from Coach G to do that. So be sure and do that. Next, sleep debt is a very real thing. What we're talking about with sleep debt is if you're not getting enough sleep on a regular basis, you can actually accumulate sleep debt that progressively makes you feel more and more fatigued, to where, there's no caffeine that can get you past that. There's no energy drink that can get you past that. You're just more tired and more tired. And even a great workout, can't overcome that need to get some sleep in. If you are sleeping, for example, for most people, 7 to 9 hours of sleep is like an ideal window for maximal cognitive performance, maximal recovery, maximal energy throughout the day. If you're getting less than that, like 5 to 6 hours of sleep, losing an hour of sleep for 7 straight days, you are effectively in the same situation as if you had slept not at all for an entire night. 7 hours of sleep debt, if you get 7 hours of sleep on average, means that you basically went last night without sleeping at all. And that can explain your feelings of fatigue. So if you are rolling into the gym on 5 to 6 hours of sleep, it may be very important for you to make a point or have a morning where you catch up on sleep, or maybe on the weekend you binge sleep, going sleep late into Saturday or into Sunday or whatever, and get caught up on that sleep that you need. Another thing is going too hard too often. Overtraining can be a very real thing. where you get that fatigue, that irritability, that sluggish recovery. And if this is you, if this is a struggle that you have, then maybe alternate intensity, right? Where you have hard days where you push yourself, alternating with lighter sessions where you don't push the same intensity, don't push the same load with what you're lifting, or even active recovery. Consider that as a strategy for helping you to have better energy on average. And finally, I want to reinforce this point because it just kind of crossed my mind that you need to have protein and carb replenishment after your workout. If you don't do that specifically, that is one of the things I think is the biggest drivers of post-workout fatigue. So prioritize your protein and your carbs post-workout. Something that I do and I see a lot of people do successfully. I concentrate my carbohydrate intake around my workout time. I have the vast majority of my carbohydrate intake for the day is in my meal that's post-workout. I have the next highest concentration of my carbohydrates in the meal before my workout. And then I'm a morning exerciser. I take in the least amount of carbohydrates in the afternoon and evening when time-wise, chronologically, I am the farthest away from my workout time. But that gives me the energy I need for my workout, the energy I need for my day, and then I can taper as the day goes on because I don't have the same need for carbohydrates later in the day. Finally, the topic of mental health is a very big deal these days, and for good reason. Stress outside the gym can play a factor in the gym where your work, your life, your emotional stress, they all tax the same system for you. So stress plus workouts can be a double load and it can feel exhausting. That said, having smart strategies, a mindfulness practice, a breathing practice to bring your stress levels down outside of the gym can be massively valuable for you. Or even having a therapist, having somebody you can talk to get things off your chest, help you to process the complex emotions of life. All of these are other things that can really help to keep stress from sapping your energy reserves. So, in kind of conclusion of what we've talked about here today, fatigue is not always a bad thing. It can mean that you worked hard, but if it's constant or if it saps the whole rest of your day, check your fuel, check your hydration, check your sleep, check your intensity, your nutrition, your stress. Check all of those things because those might be the dashboard light that is signaling something wrong in the engine. Look, morning workouts should power your day and not drain it. Take care of the basics and your body will thank you and your day will go better. But let me know in the comments what you think or what strategies you use to keep your energy up after a really tough workout. And I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you for the gift of your time and your attention. We'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for listening to my dad's podcast. For more useful tools and guidance, go to CrossFitEdwardsville.com and feel free to like, share, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment sections down below. See you in the next episode.